Peter's swinging through Manhattan and arrives at Doctor Strange's crib. He rings the doorbell and gets invited inside. Spider-Man asks him, is there any way he can help Aunt May? But Strange tells him there's not shit he can do. We all died, Peter. That shit got Peter hot. He can't let his aunt die. She got shot because of him. Doctor Strange informs him that there's nothing he can do or that anyone else can do. And he knows that Peter knows that, but he won't let Peter go asking people all day. Instead, he does some magic thingamajigga with space and time, showing Peter him asking all these people for help, and them saying, there's nothing we can do. Peter dropped to his knees after that. This was the last hope. If the medical staff can't help him, and no heroes can't help him, Aunt May is cooked. Peter walks out Strange's crib, depressed and sad as hell. He sits down in the rain, not knowing what to do next. Peter then starts hearing a voice as a bird is flying over his head. Peter's intrigued, so he follows the bird. We all die, Peter. You, me, and those we love most dearly. We cannot change that. Doctor Strange was right. You cannot change that. But I can. Peter's confused, like, what is this little ass kid doing in this shiesty ass neighborhood? She doesn't say her name, where she's from, just tells Peter, if you want to save Aunt May, follow me. I don't have a lot of time. You even less. And her, the one you're trying to save, she has no time at all. Little girl, where are your parents? Oh, they're around, but they cut me a lot of slack because I'm very smart for my age. I take after my dad that way. That's so? Yeah, but frankly, I'd rather take after my mom. She's beautiful. I'm sure you'll grow up and be very beautiful. And what if I never grow up? You know what your problem is? You're selfish. Whoa, hold on. You're selfish, and you're self-involved, and you always put your pain at the center of the universe. You're an idiot. And she runs away. Peter like, wait, don't go down that dangerous alley. But she got the speed of Usain Bolt. She's out of sight. Peter goes to find her and sees some guy sitting on a bench reading a book. There was a little girl just here. Oh yeah, her? That's just how it is. 1 minute she's here, the next she's gone. So who the hell are you? Oh, well, I mainly work in software design and testing, computer games mostly, first-person shooters, space combat games, superhero stuff. Yeah, kind of fell into that stuff right after high school. Okay, that job sounds kind of fun. You know why guys like me get into games like that? Because there's something missing. We look around at the world where there used to be a chance of being a hero, of being important. It's just not there anymore, like the way it used to be. Guys like me play games and read books like this because we will never be heroes. If I could do any of those things in real life, really be those things, a hero, somebody who could change the world, save lives, I guess I'd be the happiest guy on earth. I'd never ask for anything else, wouldn't need anything else. I'd be grateful because the rest of the world never gets that chance. After that strange interaction with that guy on the bench, a red car pulls up, and the old-ass guy inside tells Peter that he thinks he knows where that little girl is. Hop in, nephew. I'll give you a lift. Unc got a nice-ass whip with some cool technology inside. He offers Peter some champagne, but Peter says he doesn't drink. Yup, I used to be the same way. Funny where our choices bring us, isn't it? I came from this part of town. Went to school not too far up from here. Got beat up practically every day by the bigger kids. They hated me because I was smart, because I wasn't like them. Never wanted to be them. They got the glory, the hugs, the applause on the football field, the prom queen, and I got the boot. Then I started inventing things, all kinds of things. 30 patents by the time I was 19. Made my first million that year, and 10 times that the next year. And all those kids I went to high school with, most of them work for me. And the rest are janitors or gas station attendants or work at the DVD store. They still hate me, but at least now I've given them a reason. Even so, you must be happy now that you got everything you ever wanted. No, not everything. There was a young woman I once knew from high school. Beautiful. She was all I ever wanted. I lost her. This is where we get off. They arrive at their destination, and he tells Peter what they're looking for is just down the street. And he walks them right to this alleyway. Hello, Peter calls out for the little girl. I'm right here. I've always been right here. This is not the little girl. This is a granny. And she low-key fine shit. And she lets Peter know what's really going on. That gamer guy earlier on the bench was an alternate version of Peter. In that reality, his rage and resentment turned inwards. He pulled away from society, from a world that he couldn't control, a world that would never recognize his potential. So he started losing himself instead in a world that he can control, because they are not real, and thus lose sight of his own potential. He became a Call of Duty Mountain Dew drinking loser. And that older guy in the whip was also another version of Peter that instead directed their anger outwards, trying to prove that they had worth, that they had value, because he wanted to make more bread than all the people around him, all the people that laughed at him. So he started up Parker Industries and became a billionaire at 30, proving himself to everybody except himself. Those are only 2 out of an infinite number of possibilities, alternative Parkers. Though I confess, I find it interesting that in nearly all of those iterations, you end up alone. Yeah, is that so? So in which of those iterations do I end up a little girl? Oh, that's another story. You're not ready to hear about that one yet. And I'm not quite ready to tell you about it. Soon though. Look, I don't know who you are or what type of games you're playing, but I don't got time for this shit. Actually, time is all you have. And as for these important things, you've already failed. Everyone's told you the same thing. Your aunt is going to die, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I can. And that old lady transforms into Mephisto, the man behind this all along. I'm the only one that can save her. And what do you want in return, my soul? Your soul? Hardly. I stopped making that deal with people like ages ago. Do you know what someone does in hell who has sold his or her soul to help someone else? They suffer for eternity down there. And really, where's the fun in that? In cases like this, I traffic in a far more elegant and satisfying currency than souls, Mr. Parker. I deal in the currency of misery, loss, despair, hopelessness, pain, regret, and sadness. They are as sweet to me as the most beautiful music ever composed. I will go anywhere, do anything for the sound of a soul in pain. You said you would do anything to save her. Is that true, or was it just a lie? Are you not interested in the terms of the bargain? Anything that big, I can't answer alone. I have a responsibility to someone else. But of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's revealed that Mephisto was having this exact same convo with MJ. And she also said the same thing to Peter. They gotta answer this together. Peter, what's happening? Can he really do what he says he can do? Enough of the games. You don't want my soul. So what do you want? What I want is greater than what one weak-ass soul can provide me. What I want is the one thing in the universe that is truly greater than the sum of its parts and tastier than any single soul I could devour. I want that which gives you joy, that which sustains you in your moments of greatest despair, the source not of your power, but of your strength, your happiness, your dreams, and your passion. I want your love. I want your marriage. Well, let me tell you where you can shove your offer. No, Peter, wait. If he has the power to do what you say, he can do it. Let's at least hear him out. What do you want, Mephisto? What are your terms? You're obviously the sensible one. I'm glad you asked. Let's just say this. Enjoy the world as it is for as long as you can, for you will only have it one more day. You will not consciously remember this bargain, or this moment, or the life you lived till this point. But there will be a very small part of your soul that will remember, that will know what you lost. And my joy will be listening to that part of your soul screaming throughout eternity. You have until midnight tomorrow to say yes. At that instant, you will either lose your marriage or your aunt. Either way, the world you know, the world you care about and have fought so hard to protect, will be at an end. Peter and MJ are shocked. And that, boys and girls, is the end of this chapter. The ruler of hell gave them an offer. Will they accept, or will Aunt May die? Find out in the next part. On that note, I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time. Ah!